She cheated and said, "Don't blame me. You didn't create a safe space for my needs. This is a trauma response." I replied, "I hear you." Then I created a safe space for myself by evicting her and throwing her trauma on the front lawn. The look on her face when her gaslighting didn't work. Found out my girlfriend was cheating because she's terrible at technology. Like, embarrassingly bad. Which is funny because she posts constantly about how tech-savvy her generation is. She's 30. I'm 32. We're the same generation. Sophia and I dated for 2 years. Met at a friend's wedding. She worked in HR at some corporate office. I do network security consulting. Make good money. Own a small house in the suburbs. Pretty standard life. She stayed at my place probably 6 nights a week but kept her apartment across town. Said she needed her own space for when work got stressful. Red flag? Maybe. But I'm not the clingy type. You want your own place? Keep it. Just meant she paid her rent, I paid mine. We split groceries and dates. I wasn't funding her life. The cheating discovery was almost funny. She'd been using my laptop because hers was being weird. I work in network security. My laptop has better specs. Whatever. I let her use it. She forgot to log out of her Instagram DMs. Monday morning, I sat down to work, opened the browser, and there it was. Her Instagram. Messages open. I wasn't snooping. It was just there. Top conversation. Some guy named Derek. Preview showed, "Last night was amazing. When can I see you again?" I clicked. Couldn't help it. 3 months of messages, flirting, plans to meet up. Photos I won't describe. Video calls I definitely didn't need to see evidence of. All while she was posting couple photos of us on her main feed with captions about healthy love and finding your person. The messages were recent. As in, last night meant Sunday night. Sunday when she said she was staying at her apartment to meal prep for the week. I screenshot everything, every message, every photo, every timestamp, organized them in a folder, backed them up to 3 different locations, then logged her out and closed the browser. Worked from home the rest of Monday, couldn't focus on anything else. She came home from work that evening around 6 p.m. with takeout. Thai food. My favorite. "Hey babe, got your usual." I was sitting on the couch. Laptop closed on the coffee table. "Thanks, can we talk for a minute?" "Sure." She set the food down, sat next to me. "What's up?" "Who's Derek?" Her face did this thing. This micro-expression that lasted maybe half a second. Fear, then calculation, then confusion. "Derek? I don't know a Derek." "Try again." "Seriously, I don't know what you're talking about." I opened my laptop, pulled up the screenshots, turned the screen toward her. She looked. Her face went pale, then red, then pale again. "You went through my messages?" "You left them open on my computer." "That's a violation of my privacy." "That's not how privacy works when you leave your account open on someone else's device." She stood up, started pacing. Okay, this looks bad. It is bad, but you need to understand something." She stopped pacing, looked at me with this serious expression, like she was about to say something profound. "This isn't about you. This is about me working through some things." Working through things by sleeping with Derek. It's more complicated than that. "Explain it then." She took a breath, and then she said it. The sentence that made me realize I was dating someone completely delusional. "Don't blame me for this. You didn't create a safe space for my needs. This is a trauma response." I just stared at her. I've been working with my therapist on this. My childhood abandonment trauma manifests as a need for validation from multiple sources. Derek provided a space where I could explore that need without judgment. You can't hold me accountable for my trauma responses. You cheated on me and you're calling it therapy. I'm calling it healing. And the fact that you're reacting with anger instead of empathy shows exactly why I needed that external validation. I closed my laptop. "Get out." "What?" "Get your stuff and get out of my house." "You can't just kick me out. I live here." "No, you don't. You keep an apartment across town. You pay rent there. You get your mail there. You stay here, but you don't live here. There's a difference. This is my home too. Show me one piece of mail with this address on it. One utility bill in your name. One official document that says you live here." She couldn't, because there weren't any. "I'm staying here 6 nights a week. That's cohabitation. That's you being a frequent guest. Guest who just got uninvited." "You're not listening to me. I'm trying to explain my trauma." "I hear you. You had trauma. You dealt with it by cheating. Now you have different trauma from being homeless. Good luck with that. Don't mock my healing process. I'm not mocking anything. I'm just not participating in it anymore. Leave. She didn't move. We need to talk about this. Process it. I can't just leave. Watch. I pulled out my phone, checked the time. 6:45 p.m. Started calling. Who are you calling? Locksmith. Getting my locks changed tonight. That's aggressive. That's efficient. The locksmith answered. I scheduled for 8 p.m. 2 hours. Sophia was staring at me like I'd grown a second head. I can't believe you're doing this. I can't believe you're surprised. I opened up to you about my trauma and you're weaponizing it. You cheated on me and called it a trauma response. I'm just responding to my own trauma of dating someone who thinks Instagram therapy terms are a personality. That's really hurtful. Good. I stood up, walked to the bedroom, started pulling her stuff out of my closet. She followed me. What are you doing? Packing your things. You can't do this. I'm doing it. She had a lot of stuff here. Clothes, shoes, that collection of face masks she never used, hair products that cost more than my car payment. All of it went into bags. This is abuse. You're financially abusing me by making me leave. You have your own apartment. Go there. I can't afford both places. Not my problem. Should have thought about that before Derek. Stop saying his name like that. Like what? Like the name of the guy you were sleeping with while posting couple photos of us? She started crying. Not sad crying, manipulative crying, the kind where she could still talk perfectly clearly between sobs. You're not even trying to understand my perspective. A real partner would want to work through this, would create space for my healing. I'm creating space. Between us, permanent space. Took me 30 minutes to pack everything, 4 large bags and 2 boxes. Carried them all out to the front lawn. Came back inside. She was sitting on the couch crying into her phone, texting someone frantically. Your stuff's on the lawn. You have 2 hours before the locks change. I'm calling my therapist. Cool. Tell her I said hi. She's gonna help me process this abandonment. Great. Process it at your apartment. Her phone rang. She answered on speaker. Hello? Sophia, honey, what's wrong? Woman's voice. Must be the therapist. He's kicking me out. Right now. Won't even let me explain. Can I talk to him? Sophia handed me the phone. She wants to talk to you. I took it. Hello. Hi, this is Dr. Patricia Hollings. I'm Sophia's therapist. Good for her. She's in crisis right now. She needs support. She needs Derek. They seemed close. Pause. I'm not sure what you're referring to. The guy she's been sleeping with for 3 months while living here and claiming childhood trauma made her do it. Longer pause. That's a very reductive way to frame complex psychological needs. It's a very accurate way to frame cheating. Sophia has been working through significant abandonment trauma. Her attachment style creates. I'm gonna stop you right there. I don't care. I'm not her therapist, her parent, or her punching bag. I'm her ex-boyfriend as of about 45 minutes ago. She can work through her trauma at her own apartment. You're not being very empathetic. You're right. I'm being boundaried. That's also a therapy term, right? Click. Hung up on her. Handed the phone back to Sophia. That was rude. That was efficient. She sat there texting frantically on her phone for the next 20 minutes, probably telling her side of the story to anyone who would listen. My doorbell rang around 7:30 p.m. Thought it was the locksmith early. It wasn't. 3 women standing on my porch. Sophia's friends from her weekly brunch crew, the ones who commented fire emojis on all her Instagram posts. Brittany, the tall one in front, plus 2 others whose names I never remembered. We're here for Sophia, Brittany said. She's inside, her stuff's on the lawn. We know. We're here to help her. Great. Help her move it to her car. We're also here to tell you that you're handling this really poorly. Noted. Anything else? Sophia told us what happened, about her trauma response. You're being really insensitive. She told you she cheated on me for 3 months? She told us she was exploring her needs in a safe space and you're punishing her for it. Interesting interpretation. Brittany stepped forward. Look, we get that you're hurt, but Sophia's been through a lot. She's working on herself. The least you could do is support that process. I am supporting it. By removing myself from it, she can work on herself somewhere else. That's cold. That's called a boundary. Your friend should try setting some. Another friend, shorter one with glasses, spoke up. We're not leaving without Sophia. Fine by me. Take her and her stuff. please. They went inside. I stayed on the porch. Heard them talking to Sophia. Lots of "he's so toxic" and "you deserve better," and "this is definitely a trauma response to your trauma." They helped Sophia carry her stuff to Brittany's SUV. Took them 3 trips. I sat on my porch steps the whole time, scrolling through my phone. Sophia came out for the last trip. Stopped in front of me. "I hope you know this is gonna scar me." Probably not as much as finding out your girlfriend's been cheating on you for 3 months while claiming it's therapy. I never said it was therapy. I said it was a trauma response. Tomato, tomato. You're mocking my healing. I'm just existing. You're the one who keeps talking. I'm going to process this with my support circle. Great. Do that literally anywhere else. Brittany called from the car. "Sophia, come on." Sophia looked at me one more time. "You could have been part of my healing journey." I was. I'm the part where you learn actions have consequences. She got in the car. They drove off. Locksmith showed up at 8 p.m. sharp. Changed all my locks. $200. Worth every penny. Update. 48 hours later. The social media onslaught started almost immediately. Sophia posted a long Instagram story Monday night, right after her friends dropped her off somewhere. Couldn't see it directly because I'd blocked her, but screenshots made their way back to me through mutual acquaintances within hours. The post was a masterpiece of victim mentality. Sometimes the people you love the most can't hold space for your healing. I'm learning that not everyone is capable of understanding trauma responses. I'm grateful for my support circle who sees me, validates me, and creates safety for me to process my abandonment wounds. To those struggling with complex attachment patterns, you're not alone. Your healing is valid even when others weaponize it against you. Comments were split. Her friends, "You deserve so much better." His loss. "Proud of you for choosing yourself." But others, "Did something happen? Are you okay?" "Wait, what?" Then someone commented, "Didn't you just post a couple photo like 3 days ago?" Sophia replied, "Sometimes people show their true colors when you're most vulnerable." Another comment, "What actually happened though?" I'm not ready to share details publicly. Just know that when you're working through trauma, not everyone can handle your growth. I didn't respond, didn't comment, didn't post anything. Just let her narrative sit there. But then Derek entered the chat. Or rather, Derek's girlfriend did. See, I'd done my homework after finding the messages. Looked Derek up easily. Public Instagram. Very public, including his relationship status. In a relationship with Jessica Martinez for 4 years. I didn't contact Jessica, didn't want to get involved. But Wednesday afternoon, Derek apparently felt guilty or got sloppy. According to what I heard later, he left his phone unlocked while in the shower. Jessica saw a notification from Sophia. Opened it, found everything. And Jessica wasn't as quiet as me. She posted a screenshot of messages between Derek and Sophia. Blurred out the explicit parts, but left enough to make it clear. Tagged Sophia, tagged Derek, tagged several mutual friends. Caption: "When you find out your boyfriend's work friend was actually his side piece." Funny how she posts about trauma and healing while actively destroying someone else's relationship. At Sophia Thompson, "You're not healing, you're just selfish." Within an hour, mutual friends told me Sophia's Instagram had gone private. But the damage was done. Those same mutual friends started asking questions. People who'd commented supportive things on Sophia's vague post started realizing they'd been fed a carefully edited version of events. I got texts from 3 different people. "Dude, did Sophia cheat on you with Derek?" I replied the same way to all of them, "Yes." No elaboration. No drama. Just facts. Friday morning, Sophia called from a new number. First new number since I blocked her original. I almost didn't answer. "Hello? We need to talk." "No, we don't. Jessica is spreading lies about me online." "Jessica is posting screenshots. Those aren't lies. She's making me look bad." "You made you look bad. She's just showing people what you did." "My therapist says I'm being cyberbullied." "Your therapist should stay off social media then." "This isn't funny. People are calling me a homewrecker." "You wrecked a home. That's what homewreckers get called." "I didn't know Derek had a girlfriend." "Yes, you did. His Instagram is public. He posts pictures with her." Silence. "Then, I need you to help me fix this." "How?" "Post something. Tell people it was a mutual breakup, that we're both moving forward with respect." "No." "Why not?" "Because that's not what happened. You cheated. I kicked you out. Those are facts. You're enjoying this. I'm not enjoying anything. I'm just not lying for you. If you ever cared about me, you'd help me. If you ever cared about me, you wouldn't have slept with Derek for 3 months. She hung up. Saturday, things escalated. Sophia's mom called me. Got my number from somewhere. This is Linda Thompson, Sophia's mother. Hi, Linda. I need to understand what happened between you and my daughter. She cheated on me. I ended the relationship. That's it. That's not what she told me. What did she tell you? She said you couldn't handle her working through childhood trauma and you kicked her out without warning. She cheated on me for 3 months with a guy named Derek, who has a girlfriend named Jessica. When I found out, I asked her to leave. She's been staying at my place but kept her apartment so she had somewhere to go. That's what happened. Silence. Then, she was seeing someone else? Yes, for 3 months. She told me you were being emotionally abusive. I asked her to leave my house after finding out she cheated. If that's abuse, every boundary is abuse. More silence. I need to talk to my daughter. Good idea. She hung up. Monday morning, 1 week after the discovery, Sophia showed up at my work. She knew exactly where my company was. We'd gone to the holiday party there last year together. Must have been waiting in the parking lot since she knew I usually left for lunch around noon. I walked out and she was standing by my truck. We need to talk. No, we don't. 5 minutes. You have 2. My therapist says I need closure. You have closure. We broke up. You moved out. That's closure. I need you to understand why I did what I did. I understand. You wanted to sleep with Derek. You did. End of understanding. It's not that simple. It really is. My abandonment trauma creates anxious attachment patterns that manifest as, Sophia, stop. I've heard this already. I don't care. You cheated. You got caught. We broke up. Your trauma doesn't make cheating okay. It just explains why you think it does. I'm trying to take accountability. No, you're trying to explain away accountability. There's a difference. What do you want from me? Nothing. I want nothing from you. That's the point. Go heal. Go to therapy. Go process your trauma. Just do it away from me. I never meant to hurt you, but you did. And when I caught you, you blamed your childhood. That's worse than just cheating. That's refusing to take responsibility. She started crying, the real kind this time, not manipulative, actual sadness. I messed up. I know I messed up. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. Can't we try again? I'll stop seeing Derek. I'll work on my issues. No, why not? Because you taught me something. You taught me that some people use therapy language as a weapon. You weaponized your trauma to justify hurting me. Then you weaponized it again to make yourself the victim when you got caught. I don't want to be with someone who does that. I can change. Maybe. Do it for someone else. I got in my truck. She stood there in the parking lot. I drove away. Final update. 3 weeks later, life's been quiet. Good quiet. Sophia stopped contacting me. Her Instagram is still private. From what I heard through mutual friends, her therapist dropped her as a client. Apparently during a session, Sophia finally admitted she'd been lying about the circumstances of the breakup, that she'd actually been cheating and had spun it as trauma response to avoid accountability. Dr. Hollings told her she couldn't continue treating someone who was using therapy language to manipulate others and avoid consequences. Gave her referrals to other therapists and ended their therapeutic relationship. Her friend group split. The 3 who showed up that first night, Brittany and the other 2, stayed loyal initially. But Sophia's wider social circle, probably 8 or 9 women total from her brunch groups and book clubs, started distancing themselves once they realized they'd been fed a manipulated version of events. By the end, only Brittany and maybe one other remained in her corner. Derek and Jessica broke up. Jessica's Instagram is thriving. She started posting gym progress photos and seemed happier. Good for her. Sophia's mom called me once more to apologize, said she confronted Sophia about the real story and Sophia admitted she'd framed it differently. Linda's words. My daughter needs to learn that therapy isn't an excuse. It's a tool. She's been using it wrong. Smart woman, Linda. I changed my Netflix password. We'd been splitting it, but it was under my account. Changed every other streaming service we'd shared the same way. She could get her own now. Went on 2 dates with different women. Nothing serious. Just testing the waters. Both of them asked about my last relationship. Both times I gave the same answer. She cheated and tried to gaslight me with therapy terms. Didn't work. Both appreciated the honesty. Sophia texted from yet another new number yesterday, her third attempt to contact me from different phones. I've been doing real work on myself. I understand now that I was wrong. I'm sorry for hurting you. I replied, good for you. Keep doing the work. She asked, can we get coffee sometime? Just to talk? I said, no thanks, but I wish you well. She didn't respond after that. I don't hate her, don't wish bad things on her. I just don't want her anywhere near my life. She can heal from her trauma, she can work through her abandonment issues, she can find a therapist who helps her actually take accountability instead of weaponizing psychology terms. But she'll do it all without me. I'm building my own safe space now. One where people don't get to blame their bad behavior on their childhood and expect me to accept it. Turns out that's what boundaries are for. Creating safety for yourself when other people's healing becomes your harm. Sophia wanted me to hold space for her trauma responses. I held space for about 3 months while she explored them with Derek. Then I created a different kind of space, the kind with new locks and her stuff on the lawn. Best decision I ever made.